Jai Shri Krishna. Namaste to one and all. Welcome to our English Art Integration project on the topic Science Scholars in the Indian states of Tamil Nadu and Jammu and Kashmir for the academic year 2021-22, done by students of class 10A, Srinidhi Vishal Sejarla. Narration: Sudhar Sai Arvind. PowerPoint presentation on Science Scholars of the state Jammu and Kashmir. Surabhi Surya. Narration: Tarakeshwar. PowerPoint presentation on Science Scholar of the state Tamil Nadu. Tarun J. Photo data acquisition. We 5 members had put a work and effort to create a short wonderful video dedicating to our topic. Let's get started. First, we will have a look at the Science Scholars of Jammu and Kashmir. Slides done by Sudhar Sai Arvind and voiceover given by myself, Surabhi Surya. First, we will look at Prashimant Krishan Ka. He was a plasma physicist. He was born on 15 January 1948 at Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, India. He matriculated from Punjab University and completed his masters from Agra University in 1964. He received PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in 1966 under the Professor M.S. Sodhi, and was the first PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. Carr received his PhD at the age of 18 and he completed his postdocument at Princeton University. He has been the founding director of the Institute for Plasma Research and served the institute from 1986 to 2021. He was awarded the Padma Shri Award, India's 4th highest honor, in 1985 and Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award in 1986. On 28 December 2016, he was awarded the Subramanian Chandrasekhar Prize of Plasma Physics for his seminal contributions in the areas of laser plasma interactions, strongly coupled dusty plasma, and turbulence, non-nuclear effects in magnetic fusion devices. He is also a recipient of 2008. Now, let's look at the picture of extraordinary scientist Prashimant Krishan Ka. Now, let's look about the scientist Fayaz A. Malik. He is an Indian pharmacologist, cancer biologist, and the scientist at the Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine of the Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. He is known for his studies on investigating the regulatory mechanisms of ancestor stem cells during tumor metastasis. His studies also involve the identification of signaling network conferring resistance to current anti-cancer therapies. His discoveries of new anti-cancer agents hold a number of patents for the processes he has developed. The Department of Biotechnology of the Government of India awarded him their National Bioscience Award for Career Development, one of the highest Indian science awards, for his contributions to bioscience in 2014. Department of Science and Technology of the Government of India awarded him the Swarna Jayanti Fellowship, one of the prestigious fellowship awards, for his advanced research in cancer biology in 2013-14. Council of Scientific and Industrial Research felicitated him with CSIR Young Scientist Award in 2009. In 2010, Government of Jammu and Kashmir also awarded him with Young Scientist Award in Biological Science. Now, let's look at the picture of famous scientist Fayaz A. Malik. Now, let's look at the scholar Subhash Garg. He is an Indian-American computer scientist and historical revisionist. He was born on 26 March 1947 in Srinagar. He is the Regents Professor of Computer Science Department at Oklahoma State University, Stillwater, and Honorary Visiting Professor of Engineering at Jawaharlal Nehru University, and a member of the Indian Prime Minister's Science, Technology and Innovation Advisory Council. He has published on the history of science, the philosophy of science, ancient astronomy and history of mathematics. He has also published on the arc astronomy and advocated the idea of indigenous Aryans. Many scholars have rejected his theories on these topics entirely, and his writings have been heavily criticized. In 2019, the government of India awarded him the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India, for his contributions on the history of mathematics, science, ancient astronomy, and philosophy of science. Now, let us look at the portrait of great scientist Subhash Garg. Let us now look about Rameshwar Nath Kaul Bamezai. He is an Indian scientist in the field of human genetics and cancer biology. He was born on 26 December 1951 in Srinagar. He is the coordinator of the National Center of Applied Human Genetics, School of Life Science, Jawaharlal Nehru University. He has served as the Vice Chancellor of Sri Mata Vaishno Devi University. He was honored with the Padma Shri Award by the President of India for his contributions to the field of science and technology in 2012. An elected fellow of the Nation Academy of Medical Science, he has published many articles on his research. And here is the portrait of pronounced scientist Rameshwar Nath Kaul Bamezai. With this, slides on the science scholars of Jammu and Kashmir comes to an end. Here we present science scholars of Tamil Nadu. Slides done by E. Tarakeshwar and voiceover given by Srinidhi Vishal.
Jai Shri Krishna. My name is Srinidhi Vishal Chechula and I am going to give you a presentation about the various science scholars present in Tamil Nadu. So let's get started. First, we'll be talking about the great Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Awal Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam, 15 October 1931 to 27 July 2015, was an Indian aerospace scientist who served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. He was born and raised in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu, and studied physics and aerospace engineering. He spent the next 4 decades as a scientist and science administrator, mainly at the Defense Research and Development Organization and ISRO, and was intimately involved in India's highest civilian space program and military missile development efforts. This is the picture of the great Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He thus came to be known as the Missile Man of India for his work on the development of ballistic missile and launch vehicle technology. He also played a pivotal organizational, technical and political role in India's Pokhran II nuclear test in 1988, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974. Kalam was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002 with the support of both the ruling party BJP and the opposition party INC. Widely referred to as the People's President, he returned to his civilian life of education, writing and public service after a single term. He was the recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Kalam collapsed and died from an apparent cardiac arrest on 27 July 2015, aged 83. Thousands, including national-level dignitaries, attended the funeral ceremony held in his hometown of Rameshwaram, where he was buried with full state honors. On 27 July 2015, Kalam traveled to Shillong to deliver a lecture on creating a livable planet Earth at the Indian Institute of Management. While climbing a flight of stairs, he experienced some discomfort, but he was able to enter the auditorium after a brief rest. At around 6:35 p.m., only 5 minutes into his lecture, he collapsed. He was rushed to the nearby Bethany Hospital in a critical condition. Upon arrival, he lacked a pulse or any other signs of life. Despite being placed in ICU, he was confirmed dead of a sudden cardiac arrest. Next, we'll be talking about the K7. He was born on 14th April 1957. He is an Indian space scientist who served as the Secretary of Department of Space and Chairman of Indian Space Research Organization and Space Commission. He has previously served as the Director of the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center and the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center. He was born in Mela Circle Village near Nagarkoil in Kanyakumari. His parents are Kailasa Vadivu and Mother Chellam. Academy of Engineering, the Aeronautical Society of India, and the Systems Society of India. He is the son of a mango farmer and studied in a Tamil medium government school in Mela Sarkar village and later in Vallani Kumaran village in Kanyakumari district. He is the first graduate from his family. Later, Sivan graduated with a bachelor's degree in engineering from Madras Institute of Technology in 1980. He then got a master's degree in aerospace engineering from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore in 1982 and started working in ISRO. He earned a doctoral degree in aerospace engineering from Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay in 2006. He worked on the design and development of launch vehicles for the ISRO. He joined ISRO in 1982 to participate on the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle project. He was appointed as the director of ISRO's Liquid Propulsion System Center on 2nd July 2014. He was conferred Doctor of Science, honoris causa, from Satyabama University in Chennai, April 2014. On 1st June 2015, he became the director of Vikram Sarabhai Space Center. He was appointed as the chief of ISRO in Jan 2018 and he was assumed office on 15th Jan. Under his chairmanship, ISRO launched Chandrayaan-2, the second mission to the moon on 22nd July 2019, of which Vikram landed and Pragyan crashed. The orbiter was not affected and is still orbiting the moon as of now. On 30th December 2020, the chairmanship was extended by a year to Jan 2022. His earlier tenure was up to Jan 2021. Next, we'll be talking about the Milswamy Annadurai. He was popularly known as the Moonman of India. He is an Indian scientist working as VP for Tamil Nadu State Council for Science and Technology, Chairman, Board of Governors, National Design and Research Forum. He was born on 2nd July 1958 in a village called Kotavari near Pollachi in Coimbatore district, Tamil Nadu state of India. Prior to taking his assignment, he was in ISRO and served as director ISRO Satellite Center in Bangalore. During his 36 years of service in ISRO, he had some of the major contributions, including two of the major missions of ISRO, namely Chandrayaan-1 and Mangalyaan. He has been listed among 100 global thinkers of 2014 and topped the innovators list. His works are mentioned in the textbooks of Tamil Nadu Board of Secondary Education. He had his schooling in his native village Kodavari and nearby town Pollachi. He had obtained a bachelor's degree in engineering, electronics and communication in 1980 from Government College of Technology, Coimbatore, and completed his master's degree in engineering during 1982 from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and PhD from Anna University of Technology, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. He joined ISRO in 1982. As the mission director of INSAT missions, he had some of the original contributions to the INSAT system's maintenance. These are the awards he had been honored with. This is the photo of him. Next, we will be talking about the A. Sivatanu Pillai. He is an Indian scientist who formerly served as honorary distinguished professor at ISRO and an honorary professor at IIT Delhi in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and a visiting professor at IIS. He is the president of Project Management Associate and is the former chairperson of the Board of Governors at the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra. He formerly served as the Chief Controller of Research and Development from year 1996 to 2014 and held the rank of Distinguished Scientist from year 1999 to 2014 at the Defense Research and Development Organization at the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of India. He is also the founder, CEO and Managing Director of the BrahMos Aerospace Private Limited. He also previously served as the VP of International Project Management Association and the Special Secretary representing India and India-Russia Intergovernmental Commission on Military Technical Cooperation. Apattu Sivattana Pillai was born in Nagarkol in Tamil Nadu on 15 July 1947. He completed his schooling at DVD Higher Secondary Education, Nagarkol. He earned his Bachelor of Electrical Engineering from Tiyagajar College of Engineering in 1959. In 1991, he attended the 6-week Advanced Management Program at Harvard Business School in USA. He then earned PhD in Technology Management from Savitribai Phule Pune University in 1996. Pillai is a close and personal friend of former President of India APJ Abdul Kalam. This is the picture of A. Sivattana Pillai. Thanks for watching.